YouTube, right here is the Nintendo Switch 2, which is the hottest console to date. Love it or hate it. Now, it's trendy to hate on the Switch 2 right now. I had a few little gripes about it, but in this video, I'm showing you the efforts that I've made to make the Switch 2 an even better console for me personally. And I've done that with a few accessories. So I've used these accessories, put them through the ringer, and I have gained some positive gains for the Switch 2 by using these specific accessories. First and foremost, let's talk about this. This is the Dbrand Killswitch case. Now this right here took my Nintendo Switch 2 handheld usability to the next level. Absolutely. I told you guys in my first initial reviews of this console that I did not like the lack of ergonomics. When you look at the typical Joy-Con controller, it's very flat. The whole experience of the Switch 2 is a very flat console. But when you add what Dbrand has created, this just gives you robust ergonomics, and it's very well designed, and it delivers exactly what I was looking for when I spoke about the ergonomics that were lacking. Look at this nice grip right here. Even if you're using it without the full-on build, but right here, this just gives you that leverage that you need, something great to grab onto. Your bottom three fingers, these right here for the triggers, these for the Joy-Cons, and you are locked in. And this is by far my favorite accessory that has improved my overall Switch 2 user experience by far. So let's discuss what makes the Killswitch such a great case for the Nintendo Switch 2. First and foremost, we have a protective covering around the main console body. Now you also get a covering for the kickstand, which you do have an option to add on. I haven't added on to this just yet, but as you guys can see, the grips have these really nice protective and ergonomic coverings that go onto them, and the fit is just so positive. Now looking at this, you might be wondering, does it fit into the original Nintendo Switch dock? No. But Dbrand has you covered because they've given you the accessory that attaches to your dock and allows for this to be docked. So you do not have to remove this at all, in no way, shape, or form. Now, when it comes to traveling with the Killswitch, what takes it even further to the next level is this nice cover right here. Very hard shell cover with a really nice elastic clamp in, and this thing protects the front of your screen with absolute peace of mind. And I absolutely love the design of this. It's super quick and easy to use, and it also has some cartridge holders for your game, so you can put 10 games in here. And if you don't want to use this, this is removable and it's magnetic the way that it connects, but absolutely clutch, and most definitely peace of mind when traveling with your expensive Nintendo Switch 2. Now that about wraps up the fundamental uses of the Killswitch case. I also have Dbrand's glass screen protector on here. I need to reapply it. They give you two in there. I will be reapplying it because I have a slight blemish, but the blemish isn't even noticeable. So I probably might just roll with this one and then change it in the future. But you also have the option of skins. So if you want like the traditional, Switch Joy-Con look, you can put that skin on there. We have like the see-through dark, see-through light, or x-ray, whatever you want to call it. We have the squiggly pattern, and then you have this right here, which is pretty cool, kind of cartoonish sketch style. I just want to say, from a user experience perspective, this is 100,000% a must for someone that's like me, who were seeking higher ergonomics or like better ergonomics. If you think like, dang, when I hold the Switch on the flat body, I gotta put my fingers like flat across the body, that's not ergonomic enough for me, then you need to grab one of these Dbrand Killswitch cases ASAP, trust me. Let's move on to another accessory that took my user experience to the next level, and that's gonna be this right here. The Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. Saw a lot of positive perspectives on this, and I gotta add to it. No glazing. This isn't perfect, right? There are a couple things that could be better. I love the joystick tension and the smoothness of them, but also I wish the tension was adjustable. On the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller, you can adjust your tension, as well as I have a FlyDigi Apex 4 controller, which allows me to adjust my tension. The FlyDigi controller is also Hall effects. That would have been nice to have some Hall effects, adjustable joysticks on here, but I get it. For what it is, this is actually really good, and to put it to the test, what I did was I hopped into a game of Fortnite, which is a little bit more competitive. And that's where I tend to lean towards pro controllers, is in competitive FPS. And when I put this controller into play, instantly the first game on, I got a battle royale victory. I also dropped like 12 chops. You get what I'm saying? So this absolutely 100,000% added to my user experience and gameplay in the most positive way. And then you have these programmable buttons, which are super easy to program. You just hold the home button while in the game, a quick menu pops up. You could either tap the button and then press the button you wanted to program to, tap the next button, press the button you wanted to program to, and it's that simple. All within literal seconds. You will have back button access, along with these super smooth joysticks, which are absolutely an improvement over the Joy-Cons. I told you guys in my previous video that I was not the biggest fan of the Joy-Con joysticks, and these are more of what I feel like those should be, in my honest, humble opinion. But how else are they gonna sell you on a pro controller, right? But pro controller for the Nintendo Switch 2, absolute W. Now, let's just say the pro controller is a little bit pricey for you and you want something else that can give you some of the features, which these back buttons are the features that I'm speaking on. Then you have the Nintendo Switch charging grip. Now, I know a lot of people felt some kind of way about this because it doesn't have an internal battery that actually charges your Joy-Cons when you put it in here. You have to connect it to a power source via USB-C, but hear me out, you get those back buttons. So if you're okay with the standard hand grip as far as from an ergonomic perspective, and you can play with that, then this gives you not only the option to be able to charge your Joy-Cons while using it, but it gives you those back buttons from the pro controllers. I'm up in Mario Kart, literally driving with this one without having to hold down A, and then I'm doing all of my drifts with that button. Absolutely love that. Took my Mario Kart user experience to the next level. So I recommend that as well. If the pro controller is a little bit out of your range, you can go here. Same Joy-Con, joysticks or whatever, but it's still an improved user experience. Now you also have the option of just going with the OG pro controller, which I'll take this over the Switch 2 Joy-Cons on any day. And this is cheaper than this one. So that's also an option as well. All three of those controller options, in my opinion, added to my Switch 2 user experience, without a doubt. What else I have for you is this Nintendo license case. This is hard shell protective style case. And let me show you why this thing is great. We open this bad boy up. We put in our Switch 2 with the Dbrand Killswitch case on it. Boom. Now, I have extra Joy-Cons. That was another accessory that I purchased because why? When you have people over, you want to do the co-op, you want to do Mario Party, Smash Bros, Mario Kart with a lot of people, having 2 more Joy-Cons equals 4 players right off the bat. The Joy-Cons, my extra ones, can fit right inside of there, right here. Oh wait, before we go right there, right here, we can take our Pro controller with us. Boom. Now on the sides, you have these extra little soft cushion things for other accessories. They also give you 2 of these game cartridge and micro SD hard shell holders, so I can carry games and micro SD cards with me. I can put other whatnots and maybe like the charging brick and whatnot in there off to the side. But right here is where we can place our Nintendo Switch 2 dock. So, boom. My cover's off on the back of the dock, don't mind that. Boom. Zip this closed with the nice Switch 2 little zipper thing, and you are good to go. You have peace of mind while traveling and carrying your Switch 2 on the go. Absolutely a must. Even, let's just say, you want to put the Switch 2 up, keep less dust on it and whatnot. This could be a good safe keep placement for your Switch 2 when it's not in use, and all of the accessories that can fit inside of here. But literally, this is my part 1 on my journey of making my Switch 2 a better console. I know there are other accessories out there, a lot of third-party accessories that you can get. It's probably going to be a little bit more cost-effective. Guess what? This is not the end of me showing you guys accessories for the Switch 2 that will be different offerings, different price points and whatnot. But for right now, number 1, the Killswitch case from Dbrand, absolutely a must. Number 2 for me is the new Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. Love this. And then this case right here was number 3 for me. This right here is just a great alternative to the Pro Controller if you do not have one and you want the back button access. I think this charging grip is absolutely a W. That right there concludes my current improvement and journey on the Switch 2. Now let me just give you guys a brief update on how I feel about this console. I still like it and I'm still having fun with the Nintendo Switch 2. That's the whole purpose of it, is to have fun. Seeing some things happening out there, people getting banned and whatnot, but hey, listen, you know, just play it, you know, stop coloring outside of the lines, and it seems that you will be cool. Whether this is worth it for you or not is personally up to you and your needs and your budget, but I'm absolutely loving it, and that's where I'll keep it. Switch 2 on deck, accessory video part 1. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell. My name is CJ. I know tech, so you don't have to, but you guys know everything.